What up, YouTube Nation? I'm going to bring you a Minecraft BridgeView video. This is episode 2, and before I get started, and you're probably confused on where I am, well, maybe not if you saw the last episode, but the thing is that, just to let you know, I was going to make this a live stream series. I may have mentioned that in my first episode, but I decided this will be a monthly series. If you watch my Strategic City, which was like my first go-ahead at a city, and the videos are probably still there. You can probably still watch them. There's not many of them, but there was a good bit. Now, one thing that I did have a problem in there is I started to do videos regularly, and they turned into montages because I kept speeding it up. Because boring Minecraft building, and it can get repetitive. Trust me, for me, it can even get repetitive, and for my friends who build in the world. So, instead of doing that, or live stream, because I thought about it, and I don't think it's going to be as funny as we think it is. There's only sometimes it's funny between me and Zane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did with Strategic City when it got a little boring with all the montages. I'm going to do a monthly update of the city. That's it. Just a monthly update, and that's all it's going to be. And so I've looked over what I've done in the past month, and this is going to be for the month of September, and more correctly since my last video to now. And that's how it'll be every time. Now, it hasn't been a full month, but there's still been a month's worth of building and destroying and stuff. Now, let me show you over here. I actually got rid of the beachfront house because it doesn't make sense to have it here, and instead we'll put a different house. Buttercup actually has come back onto the world. He doesn't get on here much, but he has come back to the world and is he started with a little grid of a house or something like that. And eventually I may move this one and make a whole bunch of them right there. Anyway, let me continue with what has happened. Now, one thing you can probably see is the river it's gone a long way. It really has gone a long way. It is long. It's huge, and I want to show you how far it can go. And I'll get over to here, what's over here in a minute. But first, just look here. I'll get to all the stuff around it, but the river is going to go through Steelport into Zanesville. Like I said, I know there's a lot to look at. I'll get through it. And it'll go through here, and it'll go through, and it'll continue, and then circle and go down that way. Now, let me tell you what this is. The apartment building is gone, which I may have said we were going to get rid of it or not. I probably did say that. And we're replacing it with like a gas station brand from Zane. We haven't really decided on the name yet. It's still the 2020 sign still here. And this is a pathway that'll go next to the river, and I guess I'll just start over here since I'm here. This is where I added a couple more mounds. Zane built that mound all by himself, believe it or not. That one right there. And I built this one. And basically, we worked together to create a mountain road. And it's still not done, but it is really cool. And there'll be some side roads for you people if you guys decide to sign up to play in this world, which I will tell you what's probably going to happen, but the sign-ups haven't started yet, just to let you know. But for the people who will want to live on the mountain, which will be a little expensive, we will build side roads, and you can build a good bit. Now, Buttercup, he's already taken this little spot right here, and there will be a little side road for him even. Now, down here is a little roundabout that me and Zane made, and this is a fountain, not a rocket. When he was in the middle of building it, I thought it was a rocket, but apparently it is not. Also, he did build these spread walls all around and started a house to emphasize his residential area, which we haven't named it yet, but it's going to be pretty cool. Down here is a tunnel that I connected from Richwood to Zanesville, so that way for people like Zane, who live in Richwood, want to get to their town, or someone like me, and it's a really nice tunnel, so let me show you. It is really nice. It's lit up, and it's just a long street, and eventually this will turn into a city street as well. Now over here is this little like exit for a route. If you've ever driven on like main USA routes, you know there's like exits, like interstates. And this one is a little exit for the lake, which we haven't named it yet, but a little river comes from that lake, and it connects to, comes from that lake, and this little river connects to the big river. And believe it or not, this is actually fully working. And by that, I mean you can go from either direction to get to the same place, and there isn't a way to get out. The parking lot, 24 people can go into it. And Zane built this bridge, by the way. Not that one. That one I built. But this one, Zane built this bridge. And over here, I built this little complicated, somewhat complicated exit thing. If you're wanting to go this way, you take that exit and you go down that street. You come from there and you want to go this way, then you kind of take this little mini road that connects to the big road. And it's just basically ways to get around, and I know it looks confusing, but I had to work with it by also moving over the river to give enough space for a bridge, which I will remove some of this. I just didn't want to remove the subway. So, yeah. And over here, apparently Zane wanted to make an enchanted weapon of some sort. Over here, we have the extension of my interstate. Now, this bridge, just to let you know, I built with no Minecraft tutorial. This was all me, and basically I just did my regular interstate. I put some, like, pillars all throughout it, and then put blue wool on top of it, because near where me and Zane live, our capital, Charleston, which, I'm not talking about South Carolina, that's, I don't think that's the capital. I think it's, crap, I can't even remember what the South Carolina capital is. It's been a while since I've done my capitals, but no, it's the capital of West Virginia, and this looks like the main bridge that you get from coming from the west towards the east into it, and it's really nice. I really like how I built it. I like my pillars, which I'll be making them all throughout the interstate. So, as you follow this interstate, it's not all elevated in the city, which I like how there is some of it, but it's not going to be all elevated. Actually, if you continue in Steelport, you actually have to take this off-ramp, and you'll end up kind of in like a trench-like situation. And there's a couple different ways you can go. Let's say if you're coming from this way and you want to go right towards San Antonio, and by the way, San Antonio Amusement Park has been renamed. It'll be called Mime World. We still haven't started construction, but we may start in the next month. And also, because crossing this was no tutorial. All my interchanges are non-tutorial. And this one, I didn't even look at any realistic pictures. I built this all by myself, just no photo. And because interchanging it looked kind of odd, I decided to make some of it tunnels. And I think I lit it up pretty good, so if you're wanting to go down south and continue in Steelport, you'll go through this tunnel, and you'll end up going down through there. If you're wanting to go from south of Steelport to go to the north of part of Steelport, then you'll take this tunnel, and you'll come up here. And, I added some exit signs. I still haven't added these interstate lights. So, anyway, right now, Zane is actually working on a building right now that he built in one of his other worlds. And this little skeleton you see here is actually Buttercup's first real city building, and it is going to be a hospital. So I'm pretty curious to see this. And this is actually, I did find a tutorial. I'm not going to leave his link, because there's a lot of people I have looked at tutorials. Not a ton, but still a lot. And this one is by Jared Gaming. Now, like I say, I watch tutorials. They don't actually come in my world and build them. But it's a tutorial that I followed, and it's still not quite done. About 2/3 of the way done. I still need to do the balconies and the inside. But for you guys to get an idea of what it's going to be like, at least in the hallway perspective, this is what it's going to be like, and it's really nice. It's a really nice hotel. I really like it. I was trying to look for a hotel to build. And also I built some more roads. Now, if you want any tutorials on anything that I built by myself, like how I did the river system, which should be pretty easy, the roads, how the interchanges, the bridge, anything that you guys want to see me do, that'd be pretty cool. But I think that is about it. Let's see. So we covered the expansion in Zanesville, which we still will continue working on. The mountains, also in Steelport, we went over the new buildings and stuff. And it just makes me feel so good on the work that we've done, and the fact that this is just amazing building this, and I'm not being bored at all. But just, if you take this little exit here and you go down this street, just look at the view. That is amazing in my opinion. I know it's not complete city, but the thing is, our focus for this month will be on Zanesville and the city and Jefferson. It's going to be equaled up. I'm going to try and build more houses in Jefferson. I'm going to try and build maybe some smaller buildings and some taller buildings in here. And we will try and work on Zanesville and its residential area. So guys, I think that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever the heck to make my channel best it is. I'll be back here for another video 1 month from now. Sorry this video got up just a tiny bit late. Yeah, but it's still early October. It's not like I did much. The only thing I've done between the first and now is, well, this building I've worked on. But that's about it. So guys, I will see you later. Goodbye. Peace.